Just in case you're new here, I'm Mac. I'm currently on my way to opening my very own art shop. Right now, I'm in the middle of testing cut lines for turning all of my digital products into physical products. So in today's video, we're going to continue that. So in the last video, I tested my cut lines for my sticker sheets as well as my clear stickers. To be honest, it didn't go that well, but we figured out the solutions from the last video. So hopefully this video will go a lot smoother with a lot less errors. So for today, I have planned to test all of my bookmark cutout lines as well as the magnetic bookmarks. First, I'm going to test the cut lines on normal paper. That way I'm not wasting my shop paper. And then from there, as long as everything goes smoothly on normal cheap paper, then we'll upgrade to actual paper. And then we'll try laminating it and see how that goes, because so far I haven't tried laminating anything yet. And I just know trying to get it printed double-sided is going to be my failure for the day. I know that's going to be my problem, so the faster I just go ahead and get it over and done with and figure this out, the better. Also, a little side note, sorry I'm crusty dusty if you're new here. I'm not always this crusty dusty, okay? Don't leave the video because I look crazy today, okay? Okay? I've only gotten like 4 hours of sleep for the past like 2 weeks. We're running on fumes, okay? We're running on fumes, but we're still here, we're still present, and we still have stuff to do, okay? So let's get started. Okay, so I went ahead and downloaded this free template for the maximum size for the print and cut. So now I'm just gonna hopefully perfectly place the bookmarks on this sheet and hope for the best. Okay, so we're already running into issues and we haven't even started yet, really. So the first thing that I noticed was, obviously when I first upload all of my images into Cricut, it always just says they're too large because they're like 20-30 inches big, so you have to like size it down. So I sized it down to a normal 7-inch bookmark, and it was just saying, I was getting the warning symbol saying that the resolution is too low or to size down my image. And so I was very curious as to how much I would have to size down the image in order for it to print properly, and it wants me to print it at 2 inches tall. So a bookmark this big in order for the quality to come out. So the first thing I thought was like, oh my gosh, did I make all my art on a really small canvas? Because I oversize a lot. I'm making a 1-inch sticker. Guess what? I'm making it on a 20-inch canvas. That's just how it goes. And so I was very curious to see what size canvas I used for the bookmarks. And then it turns out I made it on a 10 by 14 inch canvas. I mean, I work in pixels, but that's essentially what it equates to. 3200 pixels by 4800 or something like that, and that equates to about 9 inches and 14 inches tall. So of course, what did I do? I went to Reddit, and everyone was just essentially saying that it's giving a false warning or something. Everyone's saying they didn't lose a quality in print. Everyone's literally saying that. And so obviously I haven't tested printing it out, but I guess we're gonna find out. Yeah, I'm really hoping it all goes well. So my idea to make sure everything's lined up at the exact same spot is by grouping something together and lining it up on each end. So on the left side, the right side, and then the middle side. But then I realized if I line it up directly on the left side of this shape, then it's gonna be here and it's gonna be out of the cut marks. Same thing with this one. So I actually just got a square instead. That's this exact middle space, and now I'm gonna just hopefully attach the bookmarks to and align them to the left, to one side of the shape and then the other side of the shape, and then hopefully theoretically that should be the answer. I hope. Okay, so we have the two groups. So now I've already attached them all together. So theoretically, once I hit make and print, it should print both of them out. The only thing I have to figure out is how my printer prints double-sided, because normally, you know, you would just print it out and then you would reinsert the paper and then it would do that. However, my printer, whenever you do double-sided stuff, it prints it out and then it takes it back, so you don't even have to put it in there a second time. So I don't know if it prints exactly the same or if it flips it over and then does it. Honestly, I have no clue, so we have to test that out. So we're gonna go ahead and make it and let's just hope it all works out. Okay, so I don't know why I thought that if I put on double-sided printing on Cricut, like on my system dialog, that it would automatically print double-sided when I only have the one copy or like the one page. But when you do double-sided, you have to have 2 pages, but I only had the 1 page. So obviously it only printed out the 1 page and the quality is really, really bad. So I don't know what that's about, but obviously this is also plain paper that is not great for printing. So now we're going to reprint it out. Okay, we're gonna reprint it out and then we're going to re-put her in there to see if we can get this to line up. Oh my gosh, so the print quality is actually so much better on this one. Thank goodness. I think it's because the double-sided one, it asks you about like, see, yay. Yeah, I think it's because the double-sided one asks you about drying time and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't know. And I think that's also why it took forever last time. So hopefully that's all fixed. Wait, how did that come out? Wait, I think it came out like this, right? Did it come out like this? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well, good thing I, record myself. Otherwise, I wouldn't know how this came out. So the chick came out first. So theoretically, right, if we were to just flip it like this, then it would print like this. Wait. Put it like this. No. Like this. So you'd have to put it like this. And then so that way when it goes like this, it'll print on this side. And the chick will be first. That way it lines up with this chick. Right? Is that how that works? Do I have to flip the images? No? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Maybe? No. No. No? No, definitely not. Because then these words and stuff would be backwards. Right? Bro, I don't know. Okay, we're just gonna stick her in like this and hope for the best. So chick side's going up. We're gonna hope for the best. LMAO, guys, not me talking to the camera without my mic even being plugged in. Good thing my camera has a built-in mic. Otherwise, it would have been straight up silence. I'm a mess today, guys. I'm a mess. Can y'all tell? Can y'all not tell? Can y'all tell? It's okay. Guys, I'm trying to just run an art shop, okay? I don't know all of the answers. That's why we're here. That's why you're watching. Learn from my mistakes, okay? Learn from my mistakes, okay? I'll check back in after she's done printing because she's taking forever. Okay, so she's finally done being printed and, it's not a total failure, but it's still a failure. So we have chick. And then we have chick. So the chick is in 2 different spots. The chick is right here on the other side and the chick is right here. And I would like them to be exactly like mirrored of each other. Obviously it's the same with the cat. The cat's on the bottom up here. The cat is more towards the top. Like the portal's upside down. So we have right side up, upside down. Oh no. We have bunny on bottom, goat on top, and then we have bunny on top, goat on bottom. Ugh. So theoretically, if I was to flip the canvas, then theoretically that should work out, right? So I'm thinking there's 2 ways I could do this. So either I can go back and switch everybody's places and insert the paper differently, or I could flip all of the images except for the library card ones, because if I flip them horizontally, then you wouldn't be able to read them, so I'd have to like switch their places, I think. Bro, I don't know. Let me use my brain real quick and I'll update y'all after my brain loads, essentially. Okay, so I'm going with the method of just switching everything, so making everything backwards than what it was before. Because flipping all of the images except the ones without words, like why would I flip half of them and don't flip the rest of the half? I might as well just go ahead and just do opposites, so top and bottom changes and left and right changes. Now, hopefully this is the answer, okay? We're gonna find out. Okay, so it's done printing and it came out with the chicken first, the little chick. So now I just have to put it in directly like this again. It came out like this, so I just put it in just like this. I don't do anything. I just take it and I throw it in here and call it a day. I don't do anything. I just take it out and put it back in. Don't flip it, don't do nothing. Yeah, right? I mean, we'll find out. I'm just trying to not waste any paper. See, this is why you always test your stuff on cheap paper, because I'd be down like 2 really nice pieces of paper. So why would I do that? Make sure you test your stuff on stuff that you don't care about. So we just put in this one, and now I'm just gonna skip to this guy and send to printer. You know, guys, 3rd time's the charm, okay? This one's gonna work. I'm pretty confident in my skills and knowledge trapped inside of my brain. I'm like the smartest person alive, just in case y'all didn't know that. But this is the one. Raise your hand if you think this is gonna work. I think it's gonna work, but sadly I don't have x-ray vision. Oh, I hope it worked. Please work. Ooh, please work. I think it worked. Oh, thank goodness. Thank you, big brain. Oh, you did good today. You did so good. I'm so proud of you. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, no. What? Okay. Oh no. Okay, so the chicks, they're mirrored to where they're exactly in the same place, which is exactly what I wanted. But I realized that that's not what you want for these guys, because now they're upside down because the picture and stuff is in the same place. So I think for these guys, I have to do it differently. Whereas this one, these guys worked out just the way I wanted, but I didn't realize that I didn't want the same thing for both of them. So maybe doing the other method where I did half of it switching and then half of it flipping. No, because I would have switched it and it still would have ended up like this. And then not even to mention that the go is where the bunny is, and then they don't even line up at all. Oh well, I want to cut something already, so we're going to cut this and see how it turns out. Okay guys, remember when I was talking all of that big game? Yeah, well, you know, turns out none of it worked, okay? You know, 4th time's the charm. So, I cut it out, and yeah, it's chick on side, but the thing is that I want their heads to be in the exact same place, which, thinking about it now, it's like, obviously you're gonna have to flip the image because you have chick, right? And its head is over here, and that's how the original image is. But for the back side, we need the chick's head to be on the other side, which means the image needs to be flipped. So we're going to try this again. Okay, and these ones, I guess they just need to stay in the same spot and they need to flip like this. I don't know. You guys, I did it again with my mic. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I blame it on the lack of sleep, if you couldn't tell. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna flip her. Wait, no, I need to flip her this way. Yes. And then I need to take this one and flip her as well. And these ones I need to switch back in their positions and then flip them upside down. And then this time it should work out. Okay. So this is theoretically the new solution that's gonna work, guys. Okay, this is the one. I feel it in my bones. This is the one. We got this. You guys, I swear I cannot make this up. Okay, so you know how I said all I had to do was flip it? Yeah, I flipped it the wrong way. I flipped it horizontally and not vertically. So this is probably the worst off print. Literally back to where we started with it being the wrong way. And then now the library card is backwards. It's backwards. It's freaking backwards. Now it's backwards. And then I keep just not even plugging in my mic and just not. I can't make this up. I really can't. I'm so sorry. This is such a crazy video. But you know, we were due for one, to be honest. This was bound to happen. So let's try a 5th time. And I'm gonna check back in and hopefully there's no more mistakes. Literally, guys, the only thing I was supposed to do is literally take this and just rotate it. But what did I do? I got trigger happy. I decided I'm just gonna flip everything. I'ma flip it. Of course it's gonna print backwards because it's literally backwards right now. Of course it's gonna print backwards. You see it? It's literally backwards on the screen. Let's use our brains here. Ugh. How am I so proud of myself when I can't do simple stuff? What is that about? Ay, guys. Same thing with this one. Okay, all I was supposed to do was literally flip it vertically like that. Literally, that's it. That's the only thing I was supposed to do. What do I do? Oh, I'm gonna flip it horizontal. Bruh. Okay, I'm done. Okay, guys, we finally got it. Okay, you know. Okay. The only thing is that the print is a little bit off, probably by like a millimeter or two. But you can't really tell that much with the portal bookmark. However, you can kind of really tell with the library card, because this is the normal side, like how it's supposed to be printed, and then this is the reverse side. It's like really close to the bottom, but also the bottom to begin with is really, really thin. So, it's literally just off by a smidge. So hopefully I'm trusting it up to, I just didn't line it up properly and I just messed up somewhere along the way. So we're probably going to retest that. Right now, I'm totally sick of staring at the portal bookmark. So we're gonna move on to the magnetic bookmarks. Honestly, I have no clue with sizing and how much like overhang, because it's like foldable like that. I just don't know if like that part in the middle that connects the two and you like fold the part that folds and goes like on your page. I just don't know how long that should be. I don't think it has to be that long at all, but I already have it drawn up. So I'm literally just going to cut it out and we'll see if I need to adjust the drawing. Okay, so I was able to fit all of my magnetic bookmarks on here. I thought it'd be really cute if I turned my library cards into magnetic bookmarks as well. And then this was the only magnetic bookmark. This is my very first creation. So I'm just gonna print this out and hopefully all goes well. I don't know why it wouldn't. I say that, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and send it to the printer. And I'm also getting that false message about low resolution once again, but with my portal bookmarks I didn't really notice a change in quality, well, besides like color and stuff like that, but the line work is literally clear as day. So if you also get the low resolution and you know you're working on a humongous canvas, like there's no reason why it needs to be this itty bitty for it to be high quality. Yeah, so just know it's like a glitch in the system or something. Okay, so this one turned out perfect, but you know, these just keep giving me problems, okay? They ended up cutting off this whole bottom piece. And then not even to mention is that like this part right here isn't even lined up. So I don't know if it's the digital file and something happened, because it happened to all 3 of them. So I feel like it might be a me problem, but I'm just gonna go ahead and test these out because they're still functional. I'm just gonna fold them, and then I'm going to test them and make sure that this middle piece right here is large enough. See if I need to make it bigger. I don't know. So we're just gonna fold them up and see what they look like. I feel like I should probably make it wider just a bit. I think this one is perfect, but I think this one for sure needs to be a bit wider. Okay, now let's go grab a book and see how they look. Okay, so I just grabbed one of my random mangas, and so now we're just gonna test it out on a random page. Oh my gosh, I think it's so cute. What the heck? Honestly, it's perfect. I mean, I might just leave it the way it is. Maybe after I laminate it, I'll feel a lot better. That, and this will be made out of like heavier cardstock. And so the idea for this one is on the inside, you'll see just one more chapter. But usually when you're reading, you kind of want to clip it right here. So that way when you're reading, people will see the "don't talk to me," and then you'll see the just the one more chapter, which that was the whole purpose of this design, was literally for that. So I'm really happy with how it turned out, and honestly, I'm not even gonna mess with the cut lines. I think she's perfect. It's just I'm really worried about this being too thin, but it feels really bad right now, but that's just because it's normal flimsy, really thin printer paper. Okay, so now we're gonna try out one of these. Again, flipping to a random page. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. I actually really like it. I was worried that this was gonna possibly be way too big for my liking. But I mean, I don't mind it that big. Let me know what y'all think. Is this too large for a bookmark? Right now it's at 3 inches wide, so I'm thinking, and this one's at 2 inches wide. So I'm wondering if maybe I should shrink it down maybe like 1/2 inch. I feel like 2 inches would be way too small, but I'm really thinking 2.5 inches maybe would be better. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave everything the way they are. I'm gonna go look at the design for this one, maybe re-upload it into Cricut and see if that fixes anything. Yeah, and I'm just gonna recheck and make sure this white border is like perfectly lined up on the design file. Okay, so I went ahead and recut them all. I re-uploaded the bookmarks back into Cricut just to see if that did it, and they're all fixed now. Each side is perfect, way better than what they were. I went ahead and sized it down to 2 inches I sized it down to 2.5 inches just to see what that would look like. And then since I had enough room on the page, I went ahead and did a 3-inch sticker of the Book Nook Dawn version just to see how big that would be and what that would look like. Which I think 3 inches is a good size, but I do want to try to go down to 2.5 maybe and see what that looks like. And these smaller ones, I prefer the 3 inches. So, I mean, I guess the other step would be to try maybe like 2.75 inches, but I think I'm just gonna stick to the 3 inches. And so now we're finally at a point to where we can probably use actual paper, the good paper, and then use laminate and then cut it out on the Cricut. So that is the next thing we're about to do. Okay, so this is the paper I will be using. I'm hoping it's not too thick because I will be laminating it. So we might have to go with a different paper. I was originally going to use just plain old cardstock that was like 200 GSM, but I just know the quality isn't as good compared to this paper. So if anything, I might get the same paper, but probably in a less thicker version, maybe 200 or 250 if they have it. Ow! So while that's printing, we can decide what kind of laminate and vinyl we want to put on it. So I have normal matte, and then I have glossy, and then I also have some holographic ones as well. And then I also have some glitter sheets, which I really want to test out the glitter sheets, so I think I'm probably going to do that one. But also at the same time, I really just kind of want to test out the matte sticker sheet maybe. No, I'm gonna wait on the glitter. We're gonna test out the matte matte ones. I think that's the move. Okay, so we're gonna test out this matte vinyl laminating stuff. Okay, so it just got done printing, but things kind of look off. Like the registration marks, it's supposed to be like 1/2 inch on every single side, and clearly it's not centered. So now I'm kind of just like, do I risk laminating it and just wasting laminate? Because if I cut it out using the Cricut machine, I do think the cut lines are going to be off, but also at the same time I kind of just need to test it, so let's just go ahead and test it, and it is what it is. If we wasted this piece of paper, we wasted this piece of paper. And then at first it was getting jammed in my printer, and that's just because I didn't have like the feeder out all the way, which I thought I did, but I didn't. So I tried using the rear paper feeder, and you have to like load it in, and you have to like slowly load the paper in there, which causes it to not even print properly. So I've already used the other side, so this is me trying to preserve it, but I think she's a fail. But we're gonna try to save her. We're just going to laminate her, I guess, and just hope for the best, even though I'm pretty positive she's not gonna cut properly. So it turns out it didn't even cut through, so I'm gonna put it back in, even though I know it's not going to be on the same cut line, but I still have to figure out what setting I need to use in order for it to cut out. Okay, so look at this lovely mess I created. So I actually went to go cut them out, and they didn't cut fully, so then I just put it in there again to cut them out again, and it still didn't finish it. So then I did it again, so 3 times total, and it still didn't cut all the way through, but it almost cut all the way through. Like some of them I could pop out, and the other ones I had to use my X-Acto knife to just do like a few places that didn't cut, but luckily there was like an indentation, so all I had to do was kind of follow the marks. They all came out pretty well. They're really thick, which I actually honestly kind of like, but I'm about to stick some magnets on these and put them in a book and kind of see how that feels. So definitely next time whenever I do this, it's definitely gonna have to probably be at least 4 times that it cuts and passes over, because 3 wasn't enough, so I'm really hoping 4 is enough. So next time I make some of these, which will probably be either tomorrow or the next day, I'm gonna test and see how 4 does. Eek. But let's go ahead and put the magnets on these and put them in a book and see how they look.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden.
Okay, so now I would say the only issue is that maybe it's a little too thick with the magnets. I don't know if people care that much if their book looks like this or not, but I'm pretty sure, because literally a bunch of other artists and stuff, they use these magnets for magnetic bookmarks. So let me know if this is a deal breaker, and maybe I can try to find something. I honestly couldn't find any magnets that are thinner without using like the magnet sheets, in which that case you have to like, I'm gonna have to cut those out because they come in sheets. So
I don't know what else to do. If these are a deal breaker for people, I don't know. So let me know down in the comments if this is okay for you. I hope it is. And honestly, I'm not even gonna do the other bookmarks, guys. I am so tired. I need to go to bed early. My brain is not working like at all. So I'm gonna take this as a win because I think these are good enough literally for me to use. Besides the inside's awful. But you know, if you don't open it up, it looks great. But once you open it up, you can see my misprint. So it's fine. I think they're super cute, and that's all that matters. I'm going to continue this process throughout the week, and I will keep y'all updated in the next video, because this video I already know is going to be so long. So we're just gonna have to cut it right here, and then if you want to see more fails, watch the next video. I hope you all have an amazing, wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Feet step over splinters of the moon.